Peterson, and it bounces for him. He's over the line. He's bearing in. He cuts in and scores!
Good kill, though. He had all day. What he does is, you're on him, he's here and you're here. He puts it through you and goes around you, so you got to hold him because you don't have the angle on him.
He wants you to go forward.
Yeah. There was nothing for anybody. I had nobody to talk to or go to. I felt alone. And then things changed. I wanted to mention Scotty Nickel, who has been working here for I don't know how many years. He's the assistant GM. And back in the day, Brent was, coaching him. Brent was able to mentor Scotty, and they have a bond. Brendan Morrow, he was integral in his career. Another person was Andrew Ferentz, and he won a cup. And this is gonna be hard to even mention, but Brent had his brain surgery, and he was in recovery, and he got to his room, and we were getting all these phone calls. And Andrew won the cup, and he, when they say, what do you feel like? How do you, what do you think? And he says, there's one man I want to thank. And he's laying in a hospital room, and he's just had brain surgery, and he says, I'm here because of him. And our son Brad, and they've been able to spend time together all these years in hockey, and works for the team, and they were always just kind of Mutt and Jeff, and we're together down at the rink. Funny stories, but I can't tell them here.
Cam Neely was a Hall of Fame hockey player, and he's a friend, and he found out I had Parkinson, so Michael J. Fox was his best friend. One night I'm driving up Old Hickory Boulevard there, and I get a phone call, and it's Michael J. Fox. He says, Brent, this is Michael J. Fox. I almost drove off the road. We talked for about an hour, and finally he says, I've listened to you cry and whine about working and being involved in the community. Why don't you go do something about it? So I decided to do something about it.
That seemed like a long time ago, but actually it was only last December, and the progress that's been made for DBS has really helped me, and I certainly have a better quality of life now for sure. I can move, and the DBS has got me to the point where I can move my fingers, and I can walk, and I can play golf again. I can do all the things I want to do, and I can get by in life.
Brent came and actually got first diagnosed. I was helping with the APDA, which is the American Parkinson Disease Association, and they had an event. And Brent and Tami walked up and introduced themselves to Debbie Lowenthal and I. So Debbie was the past executive director, and so we've actually known them for quite a while. Our goal is to make sure that anyone newly diagnosed, who has had Parkinson's, knows who we are. We just want to meet people where they are. We want to be a resource to the patients and to the caregivers and to their families, when they're first diagnosed, just so they're not alone. So they don't have, when you get that diagnosis with that doctor and you get sent home with 2 weeks of medications, and who do you talk to?
My wife was diagnosed with Parkinson's in 2015, and we found the Peterson Foundation and Brent and Tami in 2017. Basically, they gave her the medicine for Parkinson's and told her to go home and take it for 2 weeks. If her symptoms improved, she had Parkinson's. And that was the end of the story. So we had no support, no place to go. We did a lot of research, and it took us, as I say, 2 years to find it. Fortunately for us here in Nashville, Vanderbilt is a center of excellence for Parkinson's, and they helped us find the Peterson Foundation. She got the title of being a Parkinson's patient. I got the title of being a care partner. It's roles we had no experience with. And until we found the community, we really didn't have any way to kind of work through that. My wife passed away after 7 years of Parkinson's. She passed away from cancer, not from Parkinson's, and Parkinson's is not contagious. So I got another new title, which was widower. And a few months later, I was diagnosed with Parkinson's. I got another new title, then care partner. Again, no experience. But thank goodness the Peterson Foundation is there, supported by the Nashville Predators, and that has been my bedrock through this whole process.
The support group can help individuals, can help families, can help the community. It has really been very beneficial to my husband and I because we feel like we're not alone in the Parkinson's journey. Everybody there is, like I said, very welcoming. They have so many support groups for people with Parkinson's, for the care partners, for everybody all together in a large room. They also have activities, so I can go there and do painting, I can do singing, I can do that game day that is just typical activities, but done in an area where everybody's welcoming. You know, we drop the dice, yes, who cares? You know, there's nobody there to say what's wrong and why is it happening. I was diagnosed long before the Peterson group started. And there was one support group in Nashville at the time that met on Saturday mornings. And then for various reasons that the person that facilitated it could no longer do that, and it disbanded. And so luckily at that time, the Peterson group was open.
The Petey's party, you know, I feel like everybody has no idea when they donate to the Peterson Foundation that those funds stay here.
Once a year we have a dinner and there's 1,000 people on the floor of the arena, and then 300 some that play golf the next day, and it's a lot of fun, it's a lot of work, it's a lot of stress, but we just think that if we do these things, we want to raise as much money as we can.
The beauty of it is we work together with the team, and everybody works really well together, and we feel like we have such support. And the team had players going and doing their thing, and then we did our thing, and the players doing both things is how it really kind of started coming together and saying, you know, let's just do this as a big party and not have ours and yours, and that's kind of how it happened.
Come in, just have a good time. It's, you know, you can see somebody you know, and that's become almost like a family. When you come, you see the same people every time.
We have a fantastic dinner, we have fantastic entertainment, and then we go, next day we play golf, and it's
morning till night. It's
turned into a really, really good for everybody.